at any time you can just go into any key if it makes sense. So if I'm on this chord, now I started in the key of G, now I'm in B flat, you know? So you can be noodling around. And then in your mind you could say, where do I want to get back to? Well, I started in the key of G, so let me work my way back to the key of G. Now I'm back. Now I'm going to do the 1 diminished. Now the 5. Now maybe the E7. I'm hearing it going to E7. Minor. Now I'm on the 2 chord, right? I'm going, now the 5 of 2. I'm going to get into this A minor zone. Maybe the A sharp diminished. Now G over B. Now I'm back in my key. You know. Anyways, that's kind of fun. That's apart from this material that I gave you. It's more just, hey, let me just start playing. I'll just pick a key and see where it leads me. So, anybody have any questions about any of the stuff we were talking about today? I know if I'm kind of keeping you over here a little bit. I get excited about this stuff myself. Okay.
Could you repeat the part after you said hello, good morning, everybody?
I knew that was going to be something that you.
Of course, I'm sorry.
I know this guy.
I'm sorry.
That's great, Justin.
It's beautiful. Great. No, it's terrible. It's terrible. Everything's great, man. So I'm glad it's all on tape and all that stuff. You know, I mean, the convenience of being able to review stuff. I mean, you know, the olden days, you'd have it on cassette, or you'd show up to the lesson. You know, I remember taking lessons, and I'd drive out to the middle of Centerville, Virginia, and I'd have this incredibly enlightening lesson. And about halfway back, I'd forget about a quarter of it, and you know, by the time I got home, I'd forget about half of it, and so on. I'd have to drive out as fast as possible the next week, you know.
Hey, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
So it's beautiful. Just thank you so much.
Oh well, hey man, I really appreciate it. So it's actually sharp 4 into 5, and then I'm doing an enclosure to my F sharp half diminished chord. I'm going to my C, so I'm doing an enclosure. So my whole melodic thinking here is I'm going to enclose the 5th of the A minor. Now I'm going to enclose the 5th of the F sharp half diminished, and then I'm just going to play an arpeggio. You know, we can go through it. Maybe now that I'm on page 2, I'll just kind of go through it and talk a little bit about it. So nothing is weird here. It's just now here I do it. I'm using approach notes, but not on strong beats, on weak beats. I'm doing it on the end. It's tough. The only thing that we know that what we're going to play is the chord progression we've chosen. But suppose we don't even have that. Suppose we just say, oh, I'm just going to pick a key. I'll pick a key of E flat or something like that, and I'll just improvise. Now that's not a great key for guitar, right? But you know, Ted Green did it. We can do it as well. And in that case, you know, there's a couple of interesting cycles that I wanted to share with you that I didn't talk about last time, and they're certainly in these 3 tunes that we're discussing in the class. But one of the cycles is cycle 6, which I really like the sound of this one, and if you're not hip to it, it's kind of cool. So like, let's say we take a G minor 10th, which is going to be right here, like a G and a B flat, 5th position. We take this 10th interval, okay, and let's say we pick a scale of G harmonic minor. So we want to do G harmonic minor. So we take this 10th, and if I want to go up cycle 6, that's the same as going down 3. So you can sort of do it in position, or you can choose to sort of stay on the same string set. If you stayed on the same string set, you would go 1 minor, G minor, flat 6 major, which is E flat major, which is an E flat and a G, like right here. Okay. Now that's obviously not going to be good, because if you go down another third, you know, you're going to run out of guitar. So that's where this comes in handy, where we can take the G and B flat, and then we can take the E flat and G here on the 6th fret and the 8th fret respectively. So we're going to go. Now we want to go down another third or up a 6, and it's a diatonic situation. So we would go down to C minor, which 21. I'm double timing. I want to get into 16, so I'm going just to kind of pep the thing up a little bit, because I'm thinking it's very eighth notey. I'm getting bored, so I want to hear dot 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 dot, you know, something with a little bit more oomph to it. So now that B flat is the flat 5 leading to my A7.